Listen very carefully, because this message isn't guidance, it isn't comfort, it isn't motivation. It is a warning, a heavenly warning delivered through the one who leads the armies of light, Archangel Michael. If this message has reached you, you were not scrolling, you were summoned. Because something has been moving in the spiritual realm around your life, quietly, subtly, invisibly, and heaven has decided you must be told the truth. Stay with this message until the very end, not because it is interesting, but because your spirit already feels that this is not a coincidence. For days, maybe weeks, you have felt a strange shift inside you, a heaviness that made no sense, a pressure on your chest, a sudden sensitivity to noise, energy, and people. You felt like someone was watching your life. You felt your emotions shifting rapidly. You felt your patience disappear. You felt disconnected from things that once brought comfort. These were not random emotions. These were not mood swings. These were spiritual disturbances, signals your spirit received long before your mind understood. Because something was trying to get close to you, something that did not come from light, something that wanted access to your mind and your path. Your intuition felt it first. Your spirit refused to stay silent. Your sleep pattern shifted. Your thoughts became heavier. Your energy became inconsistent. Heaven saw the disturbance. Archangel Michael stepped forward, and today's message is the intervention. Michael does not appear unless the situation is serious. He does not move unless an assignment is significant. He does not deliver messages unless heaven authorizes them. And heaven authorized this one. Recently, Michael has been observing your energy around you shifting, the people around you revealing themselves, the spiritual atmosphere changing, the path you were on being targeted. He has seen things trying to pull you backward. He has seen distractions trying to drain you. He has seen whispers of doubt sent toward your mind. He has seen sudden tension in relationships. He has seen you questioning your purpose. And he has been waiting, watching, until heaven declared, "Now speak." And this is the message he speaks today. You are entering a season where what follows you cannot be allowed to touch you. This part may be difficult to hear, but you need to know the truth. You have survived every attack thrown at you. You have broken every chain meant for you. You have outgrown every cycle meant to trap you. So the enemy changed its strategy. Instead of attacking your life physically, it began attacking you internally. Not your finances, but your focus. Not your relationships, but your confidence. Not your strength, but your clarity. Because if the enemy cannot destroy you, it will try to confuse you. If it cannot make you fall, it will try to distract you. If it cannot block your path, it will try to blind you from seeing it. That is why lately your mind has felt crowded, your emotions unpredictable, your energy inconsistent, your motivation unstable. This was not weakness, this was warfare. And heaven has now intervened because the enemy crossed a line.
Now hear this clearly, because Michael's words are not soft, they are a command from heaven. Stand. You are not as vulnerable as you feel. You have mistaken exhaustion for weakness. You have mistaken confusion for failure. You have mistaken silence for abandonment. But Michael says, what is surrounding you is not greater than what protects you. Your spirit has grown stronger than your circumstances, stronger than your battles, stronger than your past, stronger than your fears. And the enemy underestimated who you have become. You need to understand something crucial. You are not being attacked because you are weak. You are being attacked because you are dangerous. dangerous to darkness, dangerous to old cycles, dangerous to generational patterns, dangerous to spiritual stagnation. Your awakening threatens the enemy. Your clarity threatens the enemy. Your resilience threatens the enemy. Your purpose threatens the enemy. You were targeted because you are close, closer than ever, to stepping into something that will change your life permanently. You were not targeted for who you are now, you were targeted for who you are becoming. Let me say something you may have never realized. The enemy is not afraid of your past, it is terrified of your future. It fears your spiritual authority, your intuition, your resilience, your destiny, your elevation, your awakening, your influence. Most importantly, it fears your calling, because your calling affects more than you. Your breakthrough affects others. Your strength lifts others. Your clarity guides others. Your healing inspires others. Your transformation activates others. You are not just carrying a life, you are carrying an assignment. And that assignment is what darkness fears. This morning, without your physical eyes seeing it, a meeting took place in the heavenly realm. Michael stood before the throne. Your guardian angels stood beside him. The record of your recent battles was presented to heaven. Your fatigue, your confusion, your emotional battles, your sudden pressures, your quiet tears, your hidden frustrations. Heaven reviewed everything. Then Michael said, "They are being targeted because their next season is powerful." Gabriel opened the scroll containing the details of your life path and declared, "The interference is unauthorized." And God responded with one word that changed your destiny: remove it. Instantly, interference broke, demonic assignments were canceled, spiritual blockages shattered, and the atmosphere around you shifted completely. This is why you woke up differently today, why your chest feels lighter, why your mood suddenly improved, why your spirit feels cleaner, why your mind feels clearer. The interference was removed, the attack was interrupted, the darkness was pushed back. What you felt was not your imagination, it was spiritual release. And Michael says, what left you today was never meant to follow you forward. These are his exact words. Strengthen your spirit because your elevation requires stability. This means your next season will come quickly, your opportunities will come suddenly, your clarity will come unexpectedly. The attacks weren't to destroy you, they were to destabilize you. But Michael says, stability is returning to your spirit now. Where you felt scattered, you will feel focused. Where you felt drained, you will feel energized. Where you felt uncertain, you will feel confident. This message is not information, it is activation. Michael reveals 3 things are approaching your life. 1. A divine opportunity, something that aligns with your purpose and elevates your life. 2. A spiritual connection, a person whose presence will push your destiny forward. 3. A release of power, a breakthrough that lifts a burden you've carried far too long. These 3 things were blocked until today. Heaven has now cleared the path, and your life is about to shift quickly. He says this with authority. Do not return to what I delivered you from. Meaning, do not go back to old patterns. Do not chase people who left. Do not entertain old temptations. Do not reopen closed doors. Do not revisit environments that drain your spirit. What was removed for a reason. Your elevation requires separation. Within 48 hours, you will experience one of these signs: a sudden sense of calm, a powerful dream, a repeating number, 111, 444, 555, unexpected contact from someone significant, a strong intuitive message, a moment of overwhelming peace. This sign will confirm that Michael is guiding your steps and protecting your path. Michael says, you are closer than ever to the season you were born for. Do not fear the shadows. They only appear when the light is near. Your breakthrough has already begun. There are burdens you carried recently that were never meant to be yours. Emotional burdens, family burdens, energetic burdens, generational burdens, silent guilt that wasn't yours, responsibilities that drained your soul, expectations others placed on you without understanding your limits. You weren't weak, you were overloaded, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And Michael reveals, the enemy targeted your exhaustion because it thought you wouldn't notice the attack. When you are tired, you question yourself more. You doubt your intuition. You overlook red flags. You attract draining energy. You silence your inner voice. You lose your spiritual stability. Exhaustion is the enemy's oldest weapon, but heaven has removed that weapon. The heaviness you felt was lifted today. Most battles you face do not begin in the physical realm. They begin silently, in the unseen, in the spiritual atmosphere, in the energetic field around your life. Michael reveals that you have been in the center of a conflict you did not choose, but were chosen to overcome. This battle was not against people, it was against confusion, distraction, emotional imbalance, delayed clarity, spiritual resistance, ancestral cycles, misalignment. Your soul felt the fight before your mind understood it. This is why you felt tired even when you didn't do much. This is why your thoughts felt heavy even when life looked calm externally. But listen, the battle around you was not a sign of weakness, it was a sign of importance. You were not random. Your path is not random. Your purpose is not random. And heaven will not let a chosen soul walk into a future contaminated by spiritual interference. These are Michael's exact words. Guard your spirit. What tries to return is what I removed. This means, in the coming days, old energies may try to reattach. Old fears may try to return. Old habits may resurface. Old emotions may reappear. Not because you are going backward, but because the enemy tests what heaven has already cleansed. Do not entertain what heaven has already dismissed. Do not respond to what heaven has already closed. Do not revive what heaven has already ended. Michael says, your spirit is being guarded. Now guard your choices. You may have wondered recently, why am I feeling alone? Why do I feel disconnected from people? Why is my circle getting smaller? That isolation was not punishment, it was purification. Heaven separated you from noise, from influence, from distraction, from conflicting energy, so that you could hear your own spirit again. Isolation often isn't loneliness, it's elevation. You outgrew environments that no longer matched your evolution. You stopped fitting into rooms you had outgrown spiritually. And heaven rearranged your connections to align you with your next chapter. Archangel Michael says, those who could not enter your next chapter have already been removed. You may not have realized it, but your emotional capacity has expanded. You no longer react the way you once did. You no longer break the way you once did. You no longer chase what you once did. You have become more aware, more stable, more intuitive, more courageous, more discerning, more grounded. This emotional upgrade was necessary because your next season requires a different version of you, a calmer, clearer, stronger, spiritually anchored version. Michael says, your emotions are no longer a battlefield, they are becoming your strength. You prayed for things that did not arrive. You tried for things that did not work out. You hoped for things that did not stay. But what didn't happen was protection. God blocked the wrong opportunity, the wrong relationship, the wrong timing, the wrong environment, the wrong partnership, the wrong decision. You thought you were being delayed, but you were being defended. Michael says, some doors did not open because something harmful was waiting behind them. Rejection was redirection, silence was protection, confusion was intervention. Heaven saw what you couldn't and saved you from what you didn't see coming. Your intuition has always been strong, but recently it is becoming sharper than ever. This is not coincidence. This is spiritual activation. Michael reveals that your ability to sense truth before seeing it is being increased. You will notice faster alignment, quicker decisions, clearer warnings, deeper insights, stronger instincts. Your intuition is not imagination, it is angelic communication. When something feels wrong, it is heaven whispering, "Not this way." When something feels right, it is Michael guiding you. This is the path. You are entering a season where angelic activity around you is increasing. This is rare, this is powerful, this is intentional. 3 types of angels are now active around your life. 1. Protection angels, defending you from unseen interference. 2. Guidance angels, whispering clarity into your spirit. 3. Breakthrough angels, accelerating your progress in ways you didn't expect. Michael is leading them, and their presence will be felt in subtle but powerful ways.
Earlier, people could easily drain you, easily distract you, easily manipulate you, easily affect you emotionally. Not anymore. There has been a shift in your spiritual frequency. You have risen above the level where certain energies can reach you. Your aura is brighter, your boundaries stronger, your discernment sharper, your presence heavier with purpose. Some people will distance themselves, not because you changed, but because they can no longer feed on your energy. Michael says, your elevation is creating separation. You may not see it physically yet, but spiritually, your path is opening. Obstacles are being removed, delays are being dismantled, confusion is fading, resistance is weakening, opportunities are aligning. Heaven has begun clearing the road towards your destiny. This is why you feel sudden peace, sudden clarity, sudden motivation. These sensations are proof that the spiritual blockage has been broken. A specific door is opening for you, one that has been closed for months, maybe even years. You tried to access it before, but timing was wrong, or energy was wrong, or you were not ready. But now, your spirit has matured, your intuition awakened, your vision expanded, your strength increased. This door will come in the form of an opportunity, a message, a person, a sudden realization, a shift in your environment. Michael says, this door is not random, it is prepared. You lost things that felt permanent: people, energy, peace, confidence, clarity, direction. But Michael reveals this truth. What was removed will return in higher form. Your confidence will return stronger. Your peace will return deeper. Your clarity will return sharper. Your joy will return purer. Your opportunities will return bigger. Nothing was lost. It was being rebuilt. You recently faced a test, not a test of strength, but a test of consistency, a test of patience, loyalty, emotional control, resilience, trust, intuition. And you passed, not perfectly, but successfully. Heaven saw your effort, Michael saw your endurance, God saw your heart, and now the reward phase is beginning. This message is short but powerful. Prepare. Your next chapter moves quickly. Blessings will not trickle, they will come in waves. Clarity will not whisper, it will strike. Breakthrough will not take years, it will move suddenly. You are entering a season of acceleration, a season where everything gains momentum. The sign that acceleration has begun will be unmistakable, A sudden shift in something that felt stuck. It may be finances, career, relationships, opportunities, confidence, creativity. Something will unlock, and once it unlocks, everything around it will move faster. If you want to step fully into this next season, you must release fear of repeating the past, guilt for choosing yourself, attachment to draining people, hesitation to follow intuition, pressure to please others, self-doubt planted by past wounds. These emotions no longer belong to the version of you that heaven is activating. Michael says, "You are not who you were, you are who you are becoming. Your future is stronger than your past. Your purpose is louder than your pain. Your breakthrough is closer than your fear." These words are not metaphors, they are prophecy. Michael's closing message for this part is, stand firm. You are protected. You are chosen. You are rising. You may not have realized this, but you were stuck in a cycle, a repeating spiritual loop, a cycle of emotional highs followed by sudden crashes, progress followed by unexpected setbacks, clarity followed by confusion, peace followed by heaviness. This was not life. This was a cycle, a spiritual loop designed to keep you from moving forward. But something changed recently. A pressure broke, a heaviness lifted, a fog dissolved. This was Archangel Michael breaking the cycle you couldn't break on your own. Cycles don't end with effort, they end with intervention, and heaven intervened for you. Your past no longer holds authority over your next chapter. There was a battle you never saw with your eyes, but your spirit felt every moment of it. This war was fought in your dreams, your intuition, your emotions, your energy, your silence, your confusion, your exhaustion. You thought you were overthinking, but you were under attack. You thought you were being dramatic, but you were being targeted. You thought you were changing, but the spiritual realm around you was shifting violently. The enemy knew you were approaching a breakthrough that would change your life permanently, so it attempted one final assault, not to destroy you physically, but to drain you spiritually, not to stop your path, but to distract you from it. But you held on, you endured, and heaven rewarded your endurance with divine protection. Archangel Michael stood between you and what was sent to break you. These are his exact words. The enemy is forbidden to return to your life. This is not a metaphor, it is a decree. Something that used to haunt you, weigh you down, confuse your spirit, attack your peace, or steal your clarity, is now blocked, not temporarily, completely. You will feel the difference soon. Your sleep will improve, your reactions will soften, your mind will clear, your energy will rise, your intuition will sharpen. The attack was not ignored, it was terminated. There was a cleansing taking place inside you, a spiritual purification. Old fear is dissolving, old anger is softening, old shame is fading, old wounds are healing, old doubts are dying. You may feel moments of sudden peace, deep breathing, emotional relief, clarity without explanation, heaviness leaving your body. This is not psychology, it is purification. Your inner world is being reset so your outer world can transform next. Michael says your spirit is being restored. God is preparing to release 3 powerful blessings over your next season. 1. Accelerated alignment. Things will fall into place quickly, unexpectedly, and without resistance. 2. Divine connections. One person or several will step into your life with purpose, clarity, and spiritual significance. 3. Unlocked destiny. Something inside you that has been asleep will awaken fully. Your gifts, your purpose, your strength, your authority. These blessings were delayed, resisted, and blocked until today. They are being released because the interference has been removed. The attack broke because your authority increased. Not through arrogance, through awakening. You were no longer spiritually unaware. You were spiritually alert. You were no longer emotionally unstable. You were emotionally grounded. You were no longer easily manipulated. You were divinely protected. And this shift in authority will be seen in your decisions, your reactions, your standards, your clarity, your relationships, your boundaries. Michael says, you now carry the authority you once prayed for. One of the enemy's greatest tactics was making you feel like you were behind in life, behind your peers, behind your goals, behind your purpose, behind your expectations. But this was an illusion, a lie designed to rush you into the wrong direction. Heaven reminds you, you are not behind. You are on schedule. You are being prepared for what you are about to receive. The delay was development, the waiting was protection, the silence was alignment, the confusion was redirection. Now your time is catching up to you. You are stepping into the pace of your destiny. Before elevation, there is always a purge. Old habits fall away, old emotional patterns dissolve, old attachments weaken, old insecurities vanish, old wounds stop bleeding. Elevation requires emptiness, a clearing out of everything that blocks growth. This is why you may feel a strange calm, a strange silence, a strange detachment. It is not loss, it is preparation. Michael says, your spirit must be light to rise higher. In the next season of your life, one door, a single opportunity, a message, an invitation, a realization will change your path dramatically. This is a destiny door. You don't need many opportunities, you need the right one. And heaven has prepared that door for this exact phase of your life. Michael says, when the door opens, walk through it without hesitation. Your spiritual fire died down for a while. The passion, the energy, the faith, the drive, it dimmed. Not because you were weak, but because you were wounded. But now, the fire is returning. You will feel new excitement, new inspiration, new clarity, new hunger for growth. You will feel alive again, purposeful again, awake again. Your spiritual fire is part of your identity, and it is being reignited. Earlier, your future felt uncertain, blurred, blocked, confusing. But now, the obstruction is gone. The fog has lifted. The path is clearer than it has ever been. You are not lost. You are not stuck. You are not behind. You are moving, shifting, growing, rising, aligning. Every step you take now will feel more natural, more guided, more purposeful. This is the most important part of this whole message. Listen carefully. Michael says, do not return to anything that drained your spirit. Not to old habits, not to old fears, not to old patterns, not to old relationships, not to old coping mechanisms. If you return, the interference will attempt to return with it. Your future depends on your ability to leave behind what heaven removed. A shield has been placed around your life, a divine barrier that prevents manipulation, confusion, emotional sabotage, energetic attacks, spiritual interference. This barrier exists because your purpose cannot be delayed any longer. You have entered a heaven-protected state. You will feel it, you will see it, you will sense it. The things that once triggered you will no longer affect you. The things that once confused you will now reveal themselves. The things that once drained you will lose access to you. In the coming days, you will notice changes. You will wake up lighter. Your mood will stabilize. Your focus will sharpen. Your intuition will strengthen. Your confidence will rise. Your energy will return. Your purpose will clarify. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. To confirm this message, Michael will send you a sign. It may appear as a blue feather, a dream of light, the number 111 or 444, a warm presence in prayer, a sudden message, a wave of peace, a moment of strong intuition. This sign will come at the perfect time, not when you expect it, but when you need it. This is the final decree being spoken over your life today. You are rising. You are protected. You are chosen. You are guided. You are unstoppable. The interference has ended. The breakthrough has begun. If you are hearing this, if your heart is beating faster, if your spirit feels awakened, then know this. This message found you because heaven sent it. Your shift has begun. Your story is changing. Your destiny is activating. And Archangel Michael is leading your next steps.